What up, though? And welcome to Free for All Friday right here, Detroit Lions on the Pride. It's our special 2022 Detroit Lions schedule reaction show. I know you saw a lot of those things yesterday, but why do it yesterday when we can do it today, man? We're going to go ahead and do our thing. Y'all know how the song goes. It's Friday, then, hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Free for All Friday. Welcome in. You know I got to welcome in my co-host for today, Queen of the Proud herself, Valerie Bordeaux. Good morning, Queen.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that spooky Friday the 13th superstition show, and I don't know,
Yeah, man.
we got this, draft or not the draft, but the schedule released yesterday, and boy, we're gonna have a lot to talk about with that. So,
Yeah, definitely.
woo!
Definitely. Good. Let's get into the chat right quick. Say good morning to some people. Grand Year 12 said Detroit Lions on the Pride, Friday the 13th edition. Very superstitious though. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. My man, Michael Huck, Mr. Reliable. Good morning. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Detroit fan man says hope we like having games at 1 p.m. Yes, every game this year, except for the last one, which is not scheduled yet, is at 1 o'clock, and even the Thanksgiving games at 12:30. So it is the same time, same bat channel this year for our for our Lions this year. My man, old timer Dave is in the building. Our resident Bears fan is in the building. Lions Station Unite. What's going on? I think that's Micro Mike hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? Under that LNU banner. Super Scions fan. Say what up, Detroit Lions of the Pride. What up, though? What's going on with your brother? Hanging out. So uh would you draft Jabba the Hutt in the 2022 NFL draft? We all know who that is in the LNU. That's my man, Micro Mike. He's going
Mm-hmm.
incognito today, but we all that question already tells me who that is on that thing right
Uh-huh.
there. So it tells me who that thing is. So let's kind of what I want to do first is we're gonna go over part of the schedule, kind of discuss it, and then get what you guys thought as we go through, and then we'll have some questions at the end that we'll go over. But let's pull up the doggone 2022 schedule for the Detroit Lions right quick. So let's go ahead and pull up the graphic. All right. Ooh, put up again. All right, there we go. On this September 11th. Ooh, man, I remember that day, infamy. We got Philadelphia Eagles at 1 o'clock on Fox. Again, the next week we have another home game. We have the Washington Commanders coming in at 1 o'clock as well. Two NFC East opponents coming in week 1 and week 2. Then we're at the Vikings in week 3. Then we have the Seahawks coming to town in week 4. Week 5, we got the Patriots coming we're going to Foxborough to play the Patriots. That's one cold weather team we're playing in warm weather. So looking at those first 5 games, Val, what kind of stands out to you as what's going to happen with those first 5 games? You got Eagles, you got Commanders, you got the Vikings, you got the Seahawks and the Patriots in those first 5 weeks.
Well, I looked at both schedules for both the Lions and the Bears, and I was like, tell me that this doesn't say that the NFL hates the NFC North without telling me that the NFL hates the NFC North.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what mess is this? But in those first 5, I'm like, even for both teams, I was like, oh my goodness, y'all just, I don't know. You guys got the easiest schedule, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 out of 5 here.
3 out of 5. Let's pull it back up to see. Let's see. Let me see. Let's pull it back up here. So, like I said, Eagles. That might be an L.
Yeah.
I'm counting that. I'm thinking we can beat the Vikings and the Commanders out there. The Seahawks don't have a
At
quarterback right now.
Minnesota, though, I don't know. At
Yeah,
Minnesota, though,
I mean, we'll see. It's early in the season, so we can catch them off guard. The Seahawks, we can beat them. They're definitely in a rebuild, and I think we can beat the Patriots too. I think we can
I
go
don't know.
into.
That might be
I
a
think
little
we can
bit.
go into for. I'm looking at that. I'm saying 3 out of. I'm saying 3 and 2 right there coming out the gate.
Yeah, I think so too. I would go with that. I would go with a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 coming out the gate. So you're 3 and 2 in those first few games. Definitely. All right. So we just went over those first 5 games of the year. Let us know what you think down in the comments, man, so we can see what you guys are talking about with those first 5 games. So let's kind of get back into some of the chat. Okay, my man, Larry McQuiston You know what I'm saying? Good morning, big dog. What's up with you? Bruce Bradley says hello, everyone. Okay. So Super Science fan says Lions actually stopped the run this year. We're gonna win some games that we didn't last year. That's going to be contingent on if we can get our linebackers to play better. That's definitely if we can get our defensive line to open up some of those holes for the linebackers to come through. Yeah, I can feel that. The old timer Dave says 2-3. We said 3-2. Yeah, tomato, whatever. You know, saying 2-3, 3-2. The first 5 games of the season. Now, one thing is that we had an early bye. Week 6 is not the earliest of the buys, but it's pretty early at week 6. Larry McQuiston comes in the building. He says 3-2. Dan Spano says 4-1. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Wait, Val projects us to have a winning record before the bye. I guess it's Friday the 13th. No, actually, Val is sticking with her thing. She actually has said before this season, she said that we can be a wild card contender. She did say that. So, hey, I'm sticking with that. Val said it a long time ago, so I'm going to stick with that. The Lions take revenge on Fatty Patty in New England. You know what, though? I will say this. We have fared fairly well against New England over the last few years. So, yeah, you know, especially
that's it. Those 2 games are kind of toss up, but the Eagles and the Patriots, it's kind of a toss up. It can go either way for me.
Either way, especially if we catch Philly, if they haven't started gelling yet, we can catch them because they have some moving pieces coming back from last year. So I mean, coming in this year, so we can catch them off guard. We'll see. All right, so let's get back into this thing. All right, so week 7. Week 6 is a bye. Week 7, we're at the Dallas. Okay, hold on. I got my man coming in. It's my man. Y'all know who it is. It's the ladies' pet, my man. Y'all see him, man. Shame. Don't love me like you do. My man Luke G of Luke G's Field Review. What's going on, my dude?
Hey, salute, family. What's going on?
Okay, man. So I'm gonna get you in, and since we're gonna backtrack a little bit to bring you into the fold. All right. So we went over the first 5 games of the season. Philadelphia and Washington coming in the first 2 weeks to Ford Field. Then we're at Minnesota, got the Seahawks coming in the building, and then we're going on the road to New England. What do you think out of those 5 games? What do you think the record will be before the bye week in week 6?
I've been kind of saving my predictions because I've been trying to look at certain things. What I will say is this: I think that we as a fan base gonna have to step up our expectations and be a better fan base. Too much is given and much is expected, and I don't know why we're downplaying it. If you're looking at this schedule, you should walk out with a certain attitude of confidence. So if you look at those first 6 group of games, if they're not at a winning record after that first group of games, yeah, you need to start asking questions.
Yeah, we picked it at a winning record. Even it was 3-2. Val and I agreed, with a couple of toss-ups in there. Starting at week 6, we get at the Cowboys, and then we have Miami coming in, followed behind the Packers, and then we're at Chicago, and then we're at the New York Giants. So looking at those next group of games, Cowboys, Dolphins, Packers, Bears, and Giants, coming in before the Thanksgiving game. That is we can win a few. We can win. I can say we can. Those next 5 games possibly can go 4-1. That next group of games, you're looking at it. Dallas, their defense is still kind of suspect. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what they do. They had to revamp their wide receiver core. Losing some big pieces with Amari Cooper going out, and their offensive line is terrible this year. With Dallas, and then you're looking at Miami, 2 a time. We can definitely cause some problems for that team down there in Miami. Green Bay, we always play Green Bay hard at Ford Field. Then we're at the Bears, who has a terrible offensive line, and at the Giants, who have their terrible offensive line. So, looking at those 5 games, I think we can go 4-1 in that group of games. What you got, Luke G? Well, you're not giving up predictions, but what do you think about that next group of games?
I mean, coming off a bye week should be. I hate the bye week. I always hate early bye weeks, but coming off the bye week, You go into the bad week with an opportunity to further push an agenda towards the conference in your division.
Right.
Again, I think at that quarter of the season, you still should come out with a winning record.
Okay, I feel you. All right, let me welcome in. You know what I'm saying, our LNU stable mate, my man, Mr. Micro Mike of Lions Talk with Micro Mike. What's going on, Micro Mike?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What up, no?
Hey, what's up, man? I don't know about you guys, but the first reaction I got to this schedule is the fact that every game's at 1 p.m.
1 o'clock. You know what? And we'll talk about well, we can talk about this one right quick, right? Now I was listening to Sirius XM yesterday. I always listen to that in my car. I listened to the NFL station, and Rich Gannon, you know, quarterback, and he said that there's always an advantage. He said if players, especially veteran players, want to play their games every week at 1 o'clock. He said, I know it's the fans not popular with the fans, but it gives the coaching staff a good, you know, preparation. They don't have to change things, you know, especially, you know, you have issues with that, the buy, you know, mini buys or, you know, short weeks. You don't have to deal with all that. If you have to play your game, he said he'd rather play all of his games at Sunday at 1 o'clock just because it keeps a tight schedule. There's no whole bunch of deviations from the schedule. It keeps you on schedule with your family, your home life. And he said he liked playing all of his games pretty much at 1 o'clock. So I was like, guess what happened this year? The Lions get all their games at 1 o'clock. I mean, like, it's clockwork. I mean, it is what I mean. It is 1 o'clock.
I thought it was all of them except one. I thought it was all of them except the Thanksgiving game.
One's at 12:30.
Yeah,
that's
the Thanksgiving
12:30 is weird. 12:30 is weird to me, man. It is.
It's that, you know, the people who go to church, I guess, can, you know, saying they go to mass on Thanksgiving. I don't know. Could come back and hit me. You know, I guess it gets you off of the, you know, you can go to the early Thanksgiving Day sale and come back and catch the game. You know, maybe you cooking or something. We usually cooking around that time, so we usually finishing up the meal while I'm watching the Lions game, cooking the meal for the Thanksgiving Day. So, but those next 5 games, I think we can go 4-1. What you got, Val, on those games?
Oh, let me look at what.
I'll put it back up. I'll pull it back up.
Yeah, let me look at that.
There you go. You got
Dallas.
That's
an easy win. I'd say Dallas is a win. Dolphins is a win. Green Bay Packers is not a win. And at the Bears, no, that's not a win, honey.
So you're going 3-2 again?
Yeah. Wait. And then the Giants. Is it the Giants part of that too?
Yeah,
that's a toss-up one. So probably, yeah, I'm going about 3-2 on that one too.
What you got, Marco, Mike? And then those 5 games: Dallas, Miami, Green Bay, Chicago, New York.
You know, first off, there's a lot of it's awesome games, by the way. If you don't know like history at Dallas or when we're playing Dallas, always a close game. Even though if they have a really good team or vice versa, it's always a close game. I'd probably give the edge to Dallas, but it wouldn't shock me if the Lions won that game. Miami Dolphins may be my favorite game of the year. You're going against 2 teams with really fast wide receivers, fast offense at Detroit. I think this could be a game of the year for the Lions from a offensive standpoint. If you like offense, you like 42-38 type game. 50-50. I think the Lions could potentially win that game. I'd go 51-49 there. What's the other games on the list?
Okay, I'll pull it back up for you right quick. Okay, all right. Then we have
Green Bay,
Chicago, and then at Chicago, and then at the Giants.
Well, Green Bay is probably going to be a loss, but I mean they could surprise. At Chicago Bears, I'm really confused about the Chicago Bears. I think I'd defer to Val on this one. Like, what is going on with this team? They didn't really do great, I thought, regarding the NFL draft. Is the coach going to bring the best out of the players they have? I don't know. I think the Lions could win it, but at the same time, I really don't know what the Chicago Bears are. New York Giants, will they be healthy? Their team is all about health. You know, Kenny Galladay, Saquon Barkley, if they're not healthy, the Lions could probably stump a mud hole in them. They're very healthy. It could be a loss. It's a lot of even games, in my opinion, in all honesty.
A lot of coin flips, toss-ups.
Yeah, coin flips.
I feel you.
Mike, you thought the Bears had a bad draft?
Well, I mean, you lose Allen Robinson, so how do you replace him? you get Vallis Jones, okay, but is he Allen Robinson? You lose
No.
Khalil Mack, so who are you're getting to replace him? You know what I'm saying? And then you lose Tariq Cohen. So I'm not saying they have a bad draft, but considering the fact they lost a lot of good pieces, you'd want to get those pieces back or upgrade.
Didn't they lose Akeem Hicks as well?
Yeah, Akeem Hicks as well. So
Yeah.
I think I like what the Bears is doing, because to me, not saying that they had a bad draft or had a great draft, but I think they had an okay draft, because I remember they draft reminds me so much of like the '85 Bears, and then when you had the Tommy Harris, Brian Urlacher Bears, it was a lot of players that many of us thought like they took who? Oh God, they didn't really replace nobody, and then they end up all being freaking good. And
it's possible. We know.
I think the Bears had a decent draft. You know, I give every draft though. My new motto is every draft, I don't care who took who what. It's a C grade. You're starting off on a C until you prove me wrong.
Well, was it the 2012 draft or even early? I don't remember, where Seattle Seahawks got an F grade. They end up getting Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, they end up getting
Bobby
all
Wagner,
these players. So
they got Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famers.
They got Hall of Famers. So I mean, like when it comes to draft, it's a crapshoot. I just kind of look at players getting replaced. You know, so it's, for me, it's like, okay, did you replace Allen Robinson? Did you replace Khalil Mack, Hicks? I mean, if they could be, you know what I'm saying? But
well, here's
that's
the
what
thing
they're a coin flip to be. I don't know the queen of the
I know,
crown.
and I agree with you, Mike, as a Bears fan myself. It is a coin flip here this year, and the reason why this is because the Bears are kind of doing something a little differently this year than they have been. They have put a lot of investment in the offseason into Justin Fields and what's surrounding him. Now, have they given him terrific weapons? Not necessarily, but they have switched from focusing from being the monsters of the midway with the defense to putting everything into building this bubble around Justin Fields. So this is either going to blow up or blow up in their face.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, they're a question team. Like I had that a couple years ago when we were on DSA. I'd say like Minnesota Vikings were a question team to me. They're going to be really good or really bad. You just don't know. That's what the Bears are right now. You know, I don't really know because they got a new head coach. You know, so.
But the other thing that affects the first game is that it being at the Bears, and why I say it's a loss is because the Lions typically tend to struggle with the field at Soldier Field.
Yeah, that field is
true.
Scary, man. That is an ankle breaker, ACL tear.
It is kind of early in the season. I don't think, looking at the weather this year, it might be warm during that time of the year, so you never know.
Yeah, but even though it might be raining too, and golf in the rain, but still.
Yeah.
It is a very tough field. It's a very slippery field, dry. Mm-hmm. So it's not an easy field to be playing on.
Yeah, definitely.
It is a scary field.
Larry McQuiston says, again in the chat, he says 4-1, making the Lions 7-3 through the first 10 games of the season. I feel you, brother. I feel you, baby. I
say 6-10. I'm there. Okay. I'm all around there.
Grand Cheers 12 says Lions versus the Fins, Halloween. Ooh, that could be spooky itself. I don't know, man. A lion versus a fish. That's a scary thought on a Halloween.
Oh man, you got SpongeBob with their
man. We're gonna have all kind of Patrick and all those guys, man, coming to Ford Field on Halloween. That'd be good. That'd be good costumes, man, for the Dolphins coming to town. Now let's take a look at the next couple groups of games. You got the Buffalo Bills on Thanksgiving. Woo!
Oh, tell me that the NFC or the NFL hates y'all because this game.
Man, that was a big FU to the Lions. They flipped this off big time with that one.
Don't ever turn your card in early, guys.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Then we got Jacksonville coming to Ford Field on December 4th, and then December 11th, we had the Minnesota Vikings coming into town. Those next three group of games, man, Bills, Jacksonville, and Minnesota. I say we go 2-1. I think we lose to the Bills. I think we can beat the Jacksonville and the Vikings coming into Ford Field.
You're just talking about those three games?
Those three games right there. because I gotta kind of break. It's uneven with 17, so I gotta break it down a little bit.
Ooh, that's like a 1 out of 3 for me.
So who you have us beating there? Jacksonville?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I think we beat Minnesota. I think we played Minnesota.
Minnesota's a top. Minnesota is always a toss up for the Lions. It could go either way.
We played them tough in Ford Field, so I think that was our first win of the year last year. So I think we can beat them at Ford Field on when they come into town on December 11th. So I got us beating Jacksonville and Minnesota, and then losing to the Bills. What you got, Luke G? In those 2 games?
First of all, let me just say I'm enjoying y'all records y'all out here giving as y'all break these games down. I'm trying to compose myself since I'm in a vehicle. I don't want to kill myself trying to hear this and not lose it. But I can tell you this much: if you looking at that slate of games and you don't have 3 wins,
Buffalo,
we need to pray for you.
Buffalo, you think we can sweep that group of games? Buffalo, Jacksonville, and Minnesota?
I'll tell you why. I think that it's possible that we could lose to the Bills, right? It's very possible, right? However, I've seen the Bills lose to some trash teams in the past, and not just last season. And the one thing I'm looking at is this: that game is not what people think it is. It's a non-conference game on Thanksgiving Day. So while we see Buffalo and go, oh my God, this should be the favorite to win the Super Bowl, I see a team who might already be in position for theirs and be like, man, it's Thanksgiving. I want to get home. Let's get this game over with. So,
okay.
I think Luke just got into my stash, but they.
I'm just saying, like, it's very possible that because they got a pretty good slate of games coming up too. But by the time they get here, it might just be like, man, it's Thanksgiving. I want to go home.
I feel you on that. Maybe.
And the Vikings, I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but Zimmer's not there no more.
Yeah, they got a new coach.
That defense, I mean, I put it this. Long story short, if you're losing to a team that's rebuilding and they get ahead of you in the rebuild, again, you need to start asking questions.
This is very true. What you got, Micro Mike?
I got, let's see, we got the Buffalo Bills. I just hope we can stop their offense one time, make a punt. That'd be really nice, because they are a very good team. Let's see, the Minnesota Vikings, I think the Lions can pull the win there. We always play the Vikings hard. The Vikings play us hard. Last year, we lost by a field goal, and then we won by a touchdown. It's always a close game there with Minnesota Vikings. And who we got? The Jacksonville Jaguars. That should be a win. It should be. Okay. But they got a new head coach, and it's not Urban Meyer, who's trying to reach around some women and stuff, weird stuff going on.
Man, yeah, I was talking about Mr. Hand Jam the other day. The Jacksonville is an interesting game for me, because you're gonna have young strength on young strength. And what am I saying by that? Because they have a revamped defensive line down there with with Trayvon Walker down there. So you're gonna have their strength, their new young defensive line, going against our offensive line, which is supposed to be a strength of our team. So you're gonna have a little bit of strength on strength. What's going to happen between those two groups? Can we keep their young pass rushers at bay, keeping them off Jared Goff, and run the ball effectively? So that's going to be an interesting game for me as well. Hey, let's kind of pay some bills right quick. Talking about LNU and Micro Mike, go over and check us out over on Lions Nation Unite. You can watch this show all the time right there in the app. My man Micro Mike be hanging out over there in the LNU, doing some big things. So go over to their YouTube channel and check out the content, and check out my man Luke G on over his channel as well, and Micro Mike on his actual channel. So say if you want to get yourself some gear. Now I know I'm rocking a new brim today. It's not Lions, but it's the new 2022 Armed Services cap for the Detroit Tigers, man. I got it over at Fanatics.com. So go over there and get yourself some gear at Fanatics. The link's in the description below. And if you want to get yourself some gear from Lions Nation Unite, go to LNUshop.com to get yourself some Lions Nation Unite gear. We will be migrating the Lions on the Proud shop over there as well real soon. So we'll have some more gear over there. Support the show, support the crew, and go over there and get yourself some gear, man. We're going to have some good stuff going over there at LNUshop.com. And we just like shout out to Herman Moore and that crew over there for making it possible for us to get our gear out to you guys on a different and bigger platform. All right, so now it's time to delve right back into the rest of the schedule. Now we're at the Jets, and then they come down here where I live at Carolina on December 24th. Then we have the New Year's game. Wow, we got NFL on New Year's. That is such craziness because we're just used to having college football on New Year's Day. And we finish up the season, and that's the game that we do not know because they are probably going to flex that game because it probably has division clinching implications for the Green Bay Packers, or at least some of their playoff kind of positioning usually is at that last game of the year with the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Sometimes it's not about us matching up with them. It's about what's going on with those guys. One day it'll be about where we're going to be doing. But right now we're looking at that Green Bay game at Lambeau Field, last game of the year, man. Woo. So it's either going to be, you're looking at it where it can be either days on Saturday, January 7th or the 8th, which is on a Sunday. All right. So breaking those last 4 games down. I got us winning at the Jets, at Carolina, and at Chicago. And the toss-up is going to be for me at Green Bay. What you got, Mike?
I got to say that hat is very awesome there, Sergeant Steele. I was looking at it and I was like, man.
Get him to Sergeant Steele.
Oh, man. Oh, that definitely. That hat was looking really nice.
That's a throwback name.
Yeah,
I know. Look, he gave the rank, though. When he gave the rank, I said, oh, damn, I wasn't ready.
Hey, you always got to show respect. It's to show respect. Hey, he's above me in rank. And when you're wearing that camouflage, got to throw out there that Sergeant Steele. No
major
doubt
pain.
about it.
It's major pain.
A major pain.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the Jets, that's going to be a fun game. I think the Lions, they can win that game. I think it's going to be a good one for sure. The Jets are a better team. Man, we really got to go to Green Bay. Why do we face Green Bay every year in the final game of the year? It's like always
one of the final games. It's either the one before the final or the final game. Every year, it's Bears
every year is Green Bay.
Bears and the Lions always have to face Green Bay at the very end of the year.
Karen Rodgers, I know. I can't stand it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Valerie. I'm going to add her to the 53-man roster of the Detroit Lions defensive line so she could sack Karen Rodgers and break his collarbone for me. Please do so. But the Lions could win that game, right? If they have everything locked up, and it was like last year, they already got the number 1 seed. The Lions can win. But if they don't, I think the Lions take the L.
All right, what you got, Luke G?
Yeah, I expect that to be 4 wins. I mean, week 7, the last game against the Packers don't bother me. They don't care. If everything go the way most fans is thinking anyway, they should already have it locked up. They're not going to risk it. It's just not worth it. The
Right.
Jets, again, you cannot be losing games to people who are in a rebuild with you. At some point, you have to show that you're better and that your rebuild is working, and this is why there's
you in one too. What you talking about?
But that's my point. If you in a rebuild, say for example, if me and you both are building a birdhouse, just because you got your birdhouse built faster don't mean it's better. I need to show that my birdhouse is more superior than your birdhouse. We both got to build a damn birdhouse, but that's what I'm saying. They're both in the rebuild. We should not be losing to other teams in the rebuild. We should not be losing to teams just starting their rebuild, i.e. the Bears, the Vikings. That should not be happening. That just should not be happening. So we should be getting 4 wins down that stretch. Like I need the Lion fan base to step it up and expect more, demand more. Now, all I've been hearing is how great this is and how great that is. Well, damn it, put it up. Put it up or shut it up. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So Dr. Detroit says 5 to 7 wins. I'm happy. Okay. John Doe says he wants 11 wins. I'm thinking around 9 and 7. I mean, not 9 and I'm sorry. 9 wins on a year, maybe 10 if say if we hit a good streak. So all right, Bills play New England after the Lions, then we get the New York Jets and Miami. If the game Bills can drop unless playoff implications. Okay, I feel you what you're saying on that. All right, Super Saiyan Line said the Lions split with the Vikings and Packers and sweep the Bears this season. Okay. All right, Grand Years 12 says Violet is smiling. What is she thinking about? Hey, we were talking about Thanksgiving. Maybe she was thinking
is that
about
flirting? Was that flirting? I just witnessed.
Delicious.
She's thinking about Zach and Karen Rogers. Woo,
that's what it was.
Yeah, probably.
That's what it was.
That always brings me joy.
All right. Dan Spencer says division clinching implications for the Lions.
I mean, but why not though? Really? Like, why not?
With that, though.
Because we're the Lions.
I'm not. Now I'll put it like this. I will say this.
Fair point.
I'm not convinced that we're going to be like world beaters this year. I think we'll be competitive in a lot of games this year. I think we win our fair share. That's like I said, between last year I said between 5 and 7. This year I'm thinking between 7 and 10. You know what I'm saying? 10 being the 10 being the ceiling. I'll make my my end of the road prediction, my solid saying season prediction when we finish the show at the end of the show. But I'm looking at the schedule. We're still in a rebuild, so I'm not gonna get so high. I'm like, oh man, we're gonna be 11 and 6, and we're gonna be in the division. I'm not there yet.
Bold hot take, and I don't care who disagree with it, and whoever want to go and try to repost it, I don't care. Bold hot take. This is my take. Don't like it, don't listen. If they freaking only win 7 games, I'm putting the goddamn head coach on the hot seat. It is what it is. It's no way possible that you walk out with the 4th easiest schedule and you come up with 7 wins. That's not acceptable. It's not.
Actually, I don't. It's not really hard to disagree with that. I think they have to get 7 wins. The talent is now there. And if they say if Jared Goff goes down and that's the reason we don't get it, that's not an excuse because you had an opportunity to get rid of Tim Boyle and David Blau.
Exactly.
So
you chose these people.
Wins. They have to get 7 wins.
But to me, Mike, I need more than 7.
Man.
I need more than 7. To me, I watch a team go from 4 and 12 to the Super Bowl. I ain't tell we gotta get to the Super Bowl, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna be okay with 7 wins. I'm not. You talking about a 4-game improvement? That's not acceptable.
That's the absolute floor, in my opinion. Like
I think 7 wins is the floor. I think
you have to get it. If you get 6 wins, I think I'm gonna come on here. I think that Steele's gonna come on here, Val's gonna come on here, and Luke's gonna come on here. It's gonna be a Ultra Combo.
You're gonna have to like to me I love that he's changed the culture so quickly. I love that he brought the attitude to the table, but I'm tired of people subscribing to things that they don't know why they subscribe to it. Why it take 3 years for this? It takes 3 years. It didn't take 3 years for some of these other teams who came in and punched it out the box. I watched the Bears be a bottom feeder for the longest and get the right coach, and all of a sudden, bottom feeders no more. I watched the Packers be bottom feeders at one point and then get the right coach and no longer bottom feeders. I feel you. Yes, you got an extra game in 7 games is not acceptable.
The Bengals last year, they were bottom feeders. They won 2 games a couple years ago, and next they're in the Super Bowl last year. So
there'd be left they got the talent now. The last year I gave an exception because that talent was trash due to Pat Patricia. He destroyed this team and Bob Quinn regarding the talent. This year, right? It is different. Okay, they got some dogs on this team. You got some good depth. So if you can't win 7 games, there's only one finger to point.
I feel you.
That's Dan Campbell.
That one definitely. All right, Detroit fan man says 7 wins still make double-digit losses. That's not enough. We need at least a 9 loss season at worst. Okay, I feel you. So he's saying,
I need this fan base to level the hell up. Mike, what soundbite you got? I need, when Vegeta realized Frieza had a higher level than he was 9,000. I need them to level the hell up. I need them to have a higher expectation. Now, all I've been seeing all this entire time are A draft this, A plus draft this. Damn it, increase your expectations. You want to tell me that you believe that they had a home run of a draft? It better start the show week 1. I need a week 1 win. I'm tired of coming in week 1. I went to the last week 1. It was a sea of red. Never in my life seen anything like this. Sea of red. And we lost another opening day game. No. Expectations need to get higher. Level up. This cannot keep happening.
Now, Luke. Now the fan base has already drank so much damn Kool-Aid that they done thrown up and hung over about 1 million times. Now this they finally got to the point they're like, well, maybe I'm not going to drink that much Kool-Aid right now till the actual team does something.
Yeah, that's cool in theory, but I remember listening to a Kobe Bryant story where he had lost to the Pistons, and he said that it wasn't that they lost the series that ticked him off. It was a shot that he missed. I believe it was a game 2, and he said that he had made that shot so many times that he couldn't figure out why he missed it. So, he stayed back and worked on that shot for hours, even days at one point in that same spot until it was perfect. And to me, what I took from that story is yeah, you're not going to always meet the expectation, but I expect to go after the expectation. And to me, if I'm hearing A plus draft, if I'm hearing easy schedule, I can't hear 7 wins. I can't hear don't drink the Kool-Aid. I can't hear don't get caught up in it. This is supposed to be the season where they turn it around and you set the stage for them to change it. It ain't got nothing to do with the quarterback. I don't want to hear about Jared Goff. I already have waved the white flag on Jared Goff, but I'll be damned if you're gonna tell me we can only get 7 wins because of Jared Goff. No.
No, I mean, and I don't think it has anything to do necessarily with the expectation. But here's the thing, though. It's like, okay, yeah, I think that every Lions fan is expecting that shit, but to realistically look at it and go, what's the bare minimum here of what could happen? You know what I'm saying?
The bare minimum is a winning record. The bare minimum is a winning record. 8 games is the bare minimum, which means that you would have gotten a winning record. You would be under 500 in a way.
Record now 8 wins.
Nah, 17.
Yeah, you'll be under 500 with 8. I mean, with 8.
And I'm
wins,
a Bears fan, and I called 10 wins for the Lions. It's just, I mean, come on now.
But what I'm saying is this though, Val. The same way you call 10 wins, every person that I've seen throwing out A plus grades and A plus, and we got the best this and the best that. Damn it, let's see it. Because now you have the 4th easiest schedule.
Wanted Malik Willis as a quarterback. I ain't listening to that shit.
Man, a strong.
Okay, let's guys. What game or games are you looking forward to the Lions playing this year? Like looking at that schedule, what games are you like? I'm ready to see this game for the Lions this year.
I got 2.
Okay, what you got?
Week 1 against the Eagles.
I'll
set the damn tone. I'm tired of losing in opening day games. Set the tone. And the second game that I'm looking forward to is Thanksgiving against the Bills. Why? Okay. Because we know one thing. They go out and beat the Bills, and given what that schedule is early on, that Bills game could be the reason we make the playoffs.
Okay. I feel you, Luke G. What you got, Val?
I got the New Year's Day game, of course. If it's the rivalry game, to set the tone on, am I going to say fuck you to this new year or?
I feel you. And for me, it has to be December 24th. Carolina, we right down here. I'm in Carolina Central down here, so Lions is coming to town. It wasn't a great time when they came last time. Because they put a shellacking on our ass down here in Carolina, man.
Who's the quarterback? When they beat us last time, who's the quarterback?
It was Matthew Stafford was the quarterback. That was the
no. I'm talking about when the Panthers beat us. Who's the Panthers quarterback?
Like that. It was a PJ Walker.
Yeah. You need a great quarterback to win in this league. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my game, the Carolina game, and I'm looking forward to that to the Miami game. I want to see that and like I said, the Jacksonville game is interesting to me just because I want to see the strength on strength. We got our young offensive lineman and Penei Sewell going up against Trayvon Walker. That's going to be a good matchup right there. I'm looking forward to seeing that. What you got, Mike?
Man, the Miami game, that's going to be a game I'm really looking forward to because I want to see a combo breaker where the Detroit
Oh my God!
You killing me with the sound effects.
I'm loving it. We do some Mortal Kombat shit up in here.
My fair game killer instinct. It is like that. I got to get some Mortal Kombat, but I really want to see like two speedy teams go at it. Jamison Williams, Tyreek Hill. I think that's going to be just fun to watch offensively. I may have to go to that game. That's going to be a fun game. And I got to say this. There's one freaking team that the Detroit Lions must win. And if we just at least one time, it's the Green Bay Suckers. I can't stand them. Please.
FTP!
FTP all day right here. The Lions on the problem, man. We FTP all day long.
Please. I don't want to lose that game.
For real, man. Just make Aaron Rodgers look like the douchebag he really is and kill him.
Yeah. Shout out to Lionel, the douchebag.
Every NFC North team versus Green Bay. I'm a Bears fan when the Bears are fighting up. I'm a Vikings fan. Please beat this team.
Everybody, yeah. Shout out to Lionel, douchebag. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She had a birthday this week, and he's not here today. But we have to wish my man Maniac Tim happy belated birthday. He celebrated his birthday the other day, so happy birthday to Tim. We're sorry you couldn't be on. I know you're traveling today, so man. But Tim, shout out to him on his belated birthday. All right, so let's ask the next question, man. Now here is one that's kind of crazy. What are your thoughts on the Lions not having a primetime game? We talked about this earlier. They're playing 1 o'clock all year. And they're the only team, the only one to have no primetime games this year. The only one. Not a one. Everybody else got at least one.
Spain's got two.
Jacksonville got at least one.
There's
and we ain't got not a, what that thing said. They say on that shit, we ain't got not a nan nutter. What?
As a content creator, I love it. Because I have an easy schedule now. It's 1 p.m. every day.
Yep, you know what your schedule is going to be week in and week out. We at 1 o'clock every day. But you know what? Like I said, Rich Gannon said he loved that as a veteran player. He said, if I could play every game at 1 o'clock, it was easy for our coaching staff. We could prepare it the same way every time. We can get a good routine going. So. I understand that because a lot of NFL players don't like playing on Thursday night. They don't like playing on Sunday night or Monday night because it messes up the rest of their week, and then they're behind in that week. The mini bye from the Thursday night game is good, but a lot of players don't like playing because there's a quick turnaround, especially if there's a game before it. So your body's not able to heal. The practice schedule was terrible with those games, but. And Luke, you were saying, we got to step our game up, but the NFL says, screw your game. We don't want to see your asses on national TV. So you guys get zero.
I don't even think the NFL said that. I think what the NFL said is this. The last time they gave them a bunch of primetime games, let's look at them. The ratings wasn't where they were supposed to be. Lions fans didn't watch. They didn't show up in attendance. Right. So cool, fine. We don't do it. I don't want the attention no way. We already got to be on Hard Knocks, so I don't want the attention. We go out, play our games, win our games, and keep going. The rest of that stuff don't matter to me. That's the outside world trying to find its way into the picture. Go out there and handle y'all business. Y'all get all the games you want because we can flex games. We can move games around because soon as they become more and more important and the other games become less important, they get moved around. So to me, if I'm Dan Campbell, it's fuel. I'm telling the players, hey, they say y'all not even worthy of being seen in prime time. What y'all gonna do about it? Right?
True.
And again, if you are one of those people who believes that 7 wins is the ceiling or 7 wins is acceptable, why should they have primetime games? Who wants to see that? That's not even average.
I said it was the floor. I think 7.
But then they go and pit him with the Bills on Thanksgiving. Who the hell outside of the Lions and the Bills wants to see that either?
Yeah, but you know what that was? That was more of a look. This is y'all. In my opinion, that was more of a this is y'all opportunity to play somebody where again it's a non-conference game. It doesn't affect you that bad when it comes to your divisional standing. It's a non-conference game, and it's a game that gives them a chance to elevate the market for the Bills. That's cool.
Yep, that's right.
Lions got to show up and spoil it for them.
Yeah, that's all. That game is about the Bills playing on a national stage. They ain't got shit to do with us.
Right. Go out there and spoil it for them.
They about to sit there and switch to another game like in like halftime. Yes.
But that's the problem. We haven't put nothing out there to watch. We haven't put anything out there to watch, and the reason that we haven't done that is because this team isn't. This team needs to do more, all right? If the complaint was it's a talent issue, which I did not agree that we had a talent issue on why we was winning games. I had a belief that we were a younger team that had a lot of freaking injuries. That was the bigger issue. But now you added some new blood in here. So that new blood needs to start to step up and perform. The real story that I'm shocked that nobody has talked about when looking at this schedule is how long is our number 12 overall pick going to be out before we really need him? Ain't nobody talking about that, but I'm gonna blow it up later on today when I go live. Because right now, you look at the first slate of games, if that man ain't coming back until November, that means he coming back at what game? Bring that schedule back up. When the first November game?
I pull it right back up right now. Hold on, wait a minute. There it is.
Right there. The first November game. Where's that one at?
Is November 8th at the Packers.
So we don't get him back until week 8 against the Green Bay Packers. Can we survive the first 7 weeks without him? That's going to be a question that needs to be answered.
Now that's the one thing with that. And the one person I did hear talk about that, Luke, was Corey Woods over there at Woodward Sports. He said that it's possible he could come back sooner, but he's saying the worst case scenario, you comes back week 7. And after the bye, he said, looking at that schedule, we should be able to survive him being out until week 7. So I feel what you're saying. Is it a guarantee that he will be out that long? No. Would it be good to hold him out that long? Absolutely. If we can hold him out as long as we can to get him healthy 100%, I'm down with that. I feel you. that is an intriguing storyline for the Lions season.
Because you know what they're gonna say, right? You know what they're going to say. If we lose to the Eagles, man, we would have won if we had Jameson out there. Somebody going to say that. I guarantee it. If we lost every game, I'm telling y'all right now, if the Lions start off 0 and I'm going to give it to 0-6. If they start off 0-6, fire Dan Campbell.
Oh, Lord. Jeez, sweet Jesus.
If we go 0-6, it's going to be with the first pick. In the
2020. and that's why you fired Dan Campbell, because at this point it's a moot point. All the rah-rah will be for nothing.
2 years?
If you go 0-6 because you don't have one guy out on your field, you got a fucking problem.
Exactly. And something got to change. And you got to also understand, I'm the same guy that wanted Patricia fired after the first year when fans were saying to take 3. Trust me when I say this. If we start off 0-6 with the 4th easiest schedule.
I thought it was the 5th. 5th.
It's the 5th. It's the 5th if you don't count the tie between the first 2 teams. The first 2 teams have a tie, which makes us the 4th.
I got you. Tomato. I feel you.
So you 0-6.
Drink Jim Jones's Kool-Aid because I'm gonna have a seizure.
I'm telling you, you have to, dude, because there's no way that these things should happen. That's what I'm saying. So now and this is why when people was thinking that I was being negative about the draft, I was asking real questions. You have 4 picks in the top 97. How many are starting day 1? That's the question. And I'm telling you right now, the first moment we get a deep bomb dropped on us and our safeties ain't playing well, I don't want to hear a single person bring it up.
We got Will Harris. We talk about, man. Will Harris,
man, the great Will Harris. Don't you dare spit on that man's name.
Don't you get Coach Mike all riled up, man. You know that's his favorite player on the Lions.
I swear, don't you? Hey, Will Harris, the great Will Harris. He's a hitter. That's what I heard.
Will Harris is the GOAT, man. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't understand how you played better at corner than he did at safety, and you were the natural safety in college.
So on Roar the Lions UK, they was talking to Glover Quinn, right? And they asked him, they was like, hey, you know, is it common for a person to actually look better at corner than safety after they started as a safety? He's like, you mean going from corner to safety? He said, no, you know, we had a player that went from safety to corner. And he was like, oh, yeah, he did. And he was like, yeah, you usually don't see that, man. He like, usually it's the other way around.
Like Quandre Diggs, you don't see it,
you know, went from corner to safety.
Will Harris is not a safety. I would rather have Curt Steele, Sergeant Steele at safety than Will Harris. So from him moving to any other position, it got better.
Yeah, I played.
Yeah, you could have moved him. You could have put him at linebacker. Probably he probably. He was so low.
I played a little safety, and I hated run support. So, yeah.
I'm a linebacker, girl. Man, give me the fucking quarterback. Damn it.
I rather play corner than I rather play free safety than play strong safety. But
yeah, I want this fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm going live today, right? I'm going live today. That strip throat wasn't no joke.
Yeah,
literally woke up and couldn't talk. I was like, what the hell? I had strip throat and an ear infection at the same time, so I was all effed up.
Oh man, you're getting hit in all holes.
That's not good,
dude. Listen, on top of that, I had two kids who had the flu.
Come on, right, y'all. He got hit in all holes.
Pause. We got to pause for the call for that one. Go ahead.
I didn't mean it like that.
But yeah, I had, you know, both my kids had the flu. After they had the flu, I get an ear infection and damn strep throat. I was like, no, this is just a bunch of BS. But I'm going live today, and I'm gonna have some fun today.
I want to hear what you got to say today.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun today. I'm gonna upset some people.
All right, so last question.
Upset people, that never happens, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Last question for the panel before we get into the comments. One last time in the chat and everything like that. What is your way too early record prediction for the Lions? What you got, Val? 10-7? You sticking it there?
10-7, yep.
10-7. What you got, Micro Mike?
I got 8 wins.
8-9. All right.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna say I'm a flip flop. I got 9 to 10 wins. So right around there. So 9 to 10 wins was where I'm at. 9-8, 10-7. That's where I'm picking. What you got, Luke G?
You said way too early record prediction, right?
Yeah, way too early. It's way too early.
12 wins.
12 wins, 12-5. Okay. You know, and I say way too early because people keep thinking like free agency is over and, you know, you're going to have players that's going to come in, people are going to get cut. You know, players are going to, their rosters aren't done yet. Just because we've had the draft and we've had free agency and now you got the camp rosters, you know, starting to size up undrafted free agents. You're going to have some more people going to get shift around rosters in the NFL. Players are going to get cut. The camp cuts, you're going to get salary cap guys is going to get, you know, hey, man, I'm going to holler at you. I'm saying because they're, you know, saying they're carrying too big of a cap number to go into the season with, or you just got guys that's not going to fit into the new scheme of the new head coaches. So you're going to have guys that's going to be moving on from teams. So that's why I say it's way too early to predict what the record is right now. So let's get into these. Found a few comments from the chat, man. I love you guys. The Dern says 5 to 8 wins. What up, the Dern? I ain't talked to the Dern in a minute. JV3 says 9-8. All right. Independent Aquaman says some doofus on YouTube said the Lions will have 2 wins. Another said that, you know what though? That's what you get with the Lions. You're gonna get either one end of the spectrum or another. Sometimes you get us where we're kind of that in the middle. But you get that with a Lion, especially a lot of Lions.
And if that happens, people should get fired.
Yeah. All right. Agree with Mike. It's year 2 of the rebuild. You know. All right. Internet breaking up, guys. Bye. Sorry, man. Sorry about that, K-Zoo, man. All right. So it's going to take time. You know, sometimes you get people who want microwave. We're in that microwave type of deal, though, in this type of environment, microwave. We know what microwave is, right? We want success and things to happen right then and there. Not saying it's not possible. Like I say, we look at the Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of years ago, they had 2 wins. Last year, the Super Bowl. So it can happen. It definitely can happen. Micro Mike's waving to the crowd, man. Microwave. All right. So now it's time we're looking at the clock. It is time for final thoughts for today's show. Queen of the Proud, give us your final thoughts for today's show.
Man, I'm just looking at these schedules and with both the Bears and the Lions, and I'm going, good grief, this is going to be a very interesting season, especially with both teams being in the builds. I mean, I say the Chicago could be in a rebuild. Y'all are still in build because you haven't built anything yet, really. But okay, semantics. But anyhow, so this is actually going to be. And like I said, the Bears are. This could go either way. So this is the chance now for the Lions to actually put up or shut up.
Okay.
And for Dan Campbell, we get to finally see Brad Holmes in his first year as a full GM, straight through the offseason. So this is time. This is the time, guys. This is the time. Put up or shut up.
Yeah, definitely. All right, what you got, Micro Mike? What are your final thoughts for today's show?
I better use my strong hand.
I better use my strong hand. That is definitely the final words for me. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Lions Nation Unite. And man, just a couple months away from game time. This offseason's going quick.
Yeah, I think it's that added 17th game. You just don't realize how much this 1 week condenses the season. The offseason is condensed because if you have that extra game, you think about it. The draft pushes that even closer to OTAs, and then this weekend starting today, I believe the rookies are in for camp starting today. They will be having their rookie mini camp over there at Allen Park, man, to see those young fellas going and getting part of that, and they'll be joining the rest of the team for the starting OTAs here pretty soon. So you're looking at that. They'll be in the off-season workouts, and they're welcoming them into the building. Looking at this for my final thoughts for today's show. I am not I feel you with the Kool-Aid, but am I apprehensive? Am I still optimistic? Hell yeah. Because what you want to do, I would rather plan for the worst and hope for the best. So that's why I'm saying 7 wins is what I'm saying. Hope, plan for the worst and hope for the best. I think this team could be very competitive in this season. It can go ahead and make some big noise in the league. I think that in the next couple of years where we can start being really contenders if we continue to build the way it's going right now. You getting personnel in, and they're getting the guys they want in the mold. I see the Lions doing something, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and these they're getting these younger guys and these pieces where they can grow together and they can mold them, and they kind of grown up together in the league. So I like the way the young pieces are coming. I think the Lions are coming in as the youngest team in the league this year, where they only have one guy on the roster over 30, and that's Michael Brockers right now. He's the only guy on the roster that's got what they call him a gray beard. He's the only dude. So they're kind of growing and matriculating this roster. They're growing up together. But I'm liking the direction that we're going in. And we got the 5th easiest schedule. But the only problem with that is those teams that have tied for the number 1 schedule, guess who's on their schedule? The Detroit Lions. So we're the reason why they have the easiest schedule as well. I mean, have the number 2 overall pick. We weren't the world beaters last year. We were competitive, and I like the competitive nature of this team. And I think it only gets better throughout this year. So, but as always, man, be kind to one another, love one another, spend this weekend with your family, doing some good things, and and just enjoying one another. I know down here it's going to rain down here in Carolina, so we're going to be in the house most of the weekend, chilling, watching some movies, watching some TV, and just being with one another. But it's time for my man, the always inspirational Luke G, for your final thoughts for today's show.
Hey, shout out to everybody who rocked with us today and all the people on the panel. Today's positive quote comes from me. You need to stand in your season. I'm going to repeat that again. You need to stand in your season. I've seen too many people turn away from their season. You asking for things and you getting them and you turning away from it. When it's your time to shine, then shine on. Be brighter than the sun. Let you be that light in the darkness that people are trying to find when you don't even know it. Your season may not seem like it's big to you, but to to so many others, you are doing things that they are looking at for inspiration. They are trying to see how you are able to pick yourself up, move forward, and constantly do it over and over again. When you get in the midst of your season and those flowers begin to blossom, understand that they are blossoming for a reason. It's so that others around you can see that even if there's a dark day, there is hope. Because if it happened to you, it can happen to them. Please stand in your season, people. Accept your season. Embrace your season. Light it up with joy. And when it's all said and done, let your season spread other seeds to others so that their seasons can blossom as well. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't do nothing else, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do y'all research.
Hey, thank you, that Luke G. Stand in your season. Hey, man, it is Friday. You know how the song goes. It's Friday, then. Hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. What? We'll be back on Monday with more Detroit Lions news and rumors. Hey, you know what you got to do for your boy Curt Steele. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.